Welcome to my channel. My name is Elfbuggin, and if you haven't been here before, my channel is all about finding my style as an illustrator and falling in love with my work again. So, I haven't posted a video in like 2 months. There's some really cool, good reasons why, but I've been really missing making videos, and I'm really sad that I wasn't able to keep up on it for the busyness that I was dealing with. But we're going to get back on doing one video a week. And I'm super excited because I'm trying to tailor some videos in advance for you guys. Some topics I think that would be cool to talk about. But anyways, getting into it, the reason I was gone was I had got an interview for a job. And I was super excited, and it was a very long interview process. I had to do a design test, I had 2 interviews, and there was like time in between them, like a week in between each one, and guys, I went all out. Like, I printed out my resume and my cover letter for each interviewer that I went and saw in person. I put them in these little white sleeves and gave them individualized personal cards that said thank you, like it was a pleasure meeting you. I did so much for this job because surprisingly it was actually one of my dream jobs. I wouldn't say like dream job in the sense of maybe where I would like to end up in life for sure forever, but like almost like the next step, the next job that I felt made the most realistic sense that I was aiming towards. And I was super excited. I thought I would never even get an interview with this place, actually. I'm not going to say the company. So I was, like I said, very excited about even getting an interview. I was like, I can die happy because I got an interview from this place. I'd applied there like countless times, so I was super happy. Anyways, I go through the interview process and I got the job, and I was just like, it was mixed feelings because I kind of already knew how I felt about the job throughout the interview process. It was not what I was hoping for. Hold on, let me cross off these things as I talk. Yes, so I got the job, but I didn't take it. Why did I not take the job? Because if you have been here for a long time to my channel, I actually started my channel initially because of the loss and sadness that I felt about a previous corporate job that did not work out the way that I wanted it to. And I was so disappointed and so sad. Like, it was actually one of the saddest things ever. Maybe not in my life, but like a very unintentional, like just so surprised, like I have no words, okay? No words is a great way to say it. That's how I felt with this experience. I didn't enjoy, the people I worked under. I didn't enjoy the work I was doing. There was a lot of things about the job that were so miserable. And I really tried to stick it out for a long time. I had completely just like stuffed my personality aside and said, I need this job. I need the money. I want to take care of myself. And it just proved to not be enough. Like, I was just so miserable, and I was so sad. So anyways, that job is what made me decide to make my YouTube channel. And I would love to go full-time on YouTube at some point. I obviously need to make consistently and make videos consistently, so art and videos. But at the same time, it takes time to grow things, and I've really just been trying to find a day job that can pay me enough so I can actually go ham on YouTube and my art. Because if you've seen my channel for a while, I've been applying to jobs actually this entire year even before that, but like this entire year that you guys have seen me on YouTube. So that was the first job that, gave me an interview within the entire year. And I even happened to get the job, and I still said no because I knew it just wasn't what I was looking for. I saw the same red flags that I saw, luckily, working at the other job, and I was able to make a more informed decision, not just based off of needing the money. Now, at the end of the day, I know I'm an associate level designer, and there's, I need to improve my skills, and I'm totally open to critique and feedback, but I also know when you're just not right for a job and right for the place or the people or the things that you're making. And I've made that mistake before, and I don't want to make it again. So, yeah, How am I feeling? I am feeling, if I'm being honest, I'm feeling sad and down about it. I'm proud because I've clearly grown enough to be honest with myself. Something I want to mention actually right now on the video is that sometimes your dreams aren't your dreams and they're actually your nightmares, or like you're living in a nightmare. And when I worked at that original place that I'd quit over a year ago, I was miserable. It was literally a living nightmare. And for so long, I had made that specific company and position like my dream job. And I don't know if maybe that position would work elsewhere at a different company, but I do know that I had specifically really wanted that company at the time. And it just, the longer I stayed there, I realized it wasn't for me. And then I had this whole, epiphany that I never wanted the job because it made me happy. I wanted the job to feel good about myself, to say I had, such a competitive position. Now all of this was kind of internal, right? That's why it took a while for it to come up to the surface for me to consciously realize why I wanted this job. But a lot of it was for my ego. I wanted to feel good enough because I didn't feel good enough until a company was to choose me and choose me, believe in me, like my work, and also a company that a lot of others from my school wanted as well. So when I had gotten that job, I just felt so worthy, so good enough. And I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't want that to be the reason why I felt that way, but it did. And that's how I felt at the time. And I'm just being honest about how it made me feel. So when I got the interview for this job, I have done a lot of growing in the last year. So it didn't make me feel, even just the interview, it didn't make me feel the way that it would have over a year ago, where it would have fulfilled my feelings of lack and my insecurities and all that, what have you. Actually, I was just excited because I feel more prepared as a designer, and I feel more prepared to enter the corporate world because I'm not going to let one place decide what a corporate job could be like for me. I do know at the end of the day, I have my own dreams and goals, and I want to work towards them, but I do know that I need money too. And obviously, unless I popped off on YouTube in the next month or so, I'm okay with needing to have that day job and whatnot. So anyways, when I got the interview, instead of it feeding my ego, I was just excited to work on the projects, enjoy the people I work with, be productive essentially, and take care of myself. I've always wanted to be able to take care of myself financially. I feel like it's something that I've seen go up and down in my own life, my childhood and stuff like that. So it felt really empowering. But anyways, once I had gone through the interviewing process and saw what I had seen, I had determined that, this place was going to be too similar to what I didn't like at that original job, and had that epiphany that, did I ever apply to this place because I wanted to, or did I apply to this place because I felt like I had to? When I was in school, all my professors had told me, these are the places to work, and I'm not saying that they're wrong, right? But not every shoe is going to fit you. It's really not going to fit you. So when I heard those things that I'm sure were well-intended in college, I was like, okay, if nothing works out, if my other dream jobs don't work out, at least I know I can go to this place and I'll be okay. These two places. And it turns out I don't like either of them. So I was really, really sad about that. And it was a really hard realization and wake-up call. So anyways, now where do we go from here? I'm working with my current boss to find some studios that might fit my style and interest more and all that whatnot. She's also going to be having me do some projects to add to my portfolio, which never hurts. But in all honesty, I'm just staying as positive as possible and as open as possible because I am proud of myself knowing that I've grown enough to look at a position that is very well sought after and realize that it's not good for me, and that taking it would be a disservice to what I know about myself and what I need from the place I need to work. And it's heartbreaking. It's actually so bittersweet because 2-3 years ago, if you would have told me I worked here or I got the job, I would have just been like absolutely ecstatic. Like the first place I worked at that I mentioned, I was like, okay, I want to work there really bad, but I actually secretly wanted to work at this second place way more. I just didn't feel good enough. So when now my second corporate opportunity rolls around and it's the place I really, really wanted, me 3 years ago would have just taken it, and I just don't think it's for me. I'm sure it's great for other people, but I just don't seem to do very well in like the environments that they have. It doesn't seem like it's my strength. And a little part of me feels sad. I almost feel like, where do I fit? Or sometimes I feel like, what's wrong with me? But then I have to remind myself that there's nothing wrong with me, and that like my weaknesses at another place will be my strengths at a different place, and that is okay. And everything is gonna be okay. Sorry, I'm getting very emotional. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a place for everyone in this world. There's people that, and if you are going through this as an artist yourself, I want to tell you that everyone goes through this. I think it has been so isolating post-graduation to not be around like a lot of artists and not really know their personal experiences when it comes to applying to jobs, or a lot of the no's that you get, or the doors being shut in your face. It can be really hard. And you can even look at a YouTuber you really like, or a TikToker you really like, who might have thousands of subscribers or followers, and I have a lot, considering I just started, and I'm really happy for that. And those people are still like struggle and don't get things right away. And what I'm trying to say is, I'm not even like a famous YouTuber yet, and there's people who have like 300,000 subs that before they started their YouTube channel, they got denied every job they ever applied to, or it took them 300, 400 job applications before they got their first design job that they might not have even liked. That sounds like scary and sad, but I think normalizing it will make it a lot easier, because then you realize that it's not your fault, that you're new to the industry, you don't even know what industry you fit in, or at least you're trying to find which ones you do, and it's like literally just an experimental process, and you have to keep going and you have to keep applying, because when you get that job that's right for you, all those no's will literally disappear. It's like you won't even remember how many years or months or how long you tried to apply to those jobs. You won't even remember how long that was, because you'll just be so happy that you found the right opportunity for you. And when I got the job, like, of course I was really proud. Of course I was really happy, in the sense of, I was like, look, like the night I'd actually applied to the job, I was kind of crying because I was just sad about not hearing back from anyone, and I saw that position open up, and I was so excited. I read the description. It felt exactly like what I was looking for and exactly what I felt like I could do. So when I got to hear back in the interview process, all of it was so exciting. And it's going to happen again. You'll go through another interview process, you'll find another job, and you'll look back at these no's and these rejections, and you'll realize that it just made you stronger. Like, I would rather somebody tell me the truth about maybe how long it could take to do something, instead of just sugarcoat it, and then I'm dealing with the aftermath of wondering, is it my fault? Should I keep going? Should I give up? What am I doing wrong? Clearly you can tell I'm on the verge of tears because it's hard. It's hard to keep going, and it's hard to compare yourself to other people who might have gotten jobs before you, and they're at places they like, but that doesn't determine your value or your worth. And it's so normal to have to apply to a lot of jobs and to figure out who you are and what works for you. So yeah, I just wanted to explain to you guys why I'd been gone for so long. Also, after, like I said, no to the job, I had a little bit of a fall off where I was kind of emotionally coming to terms with this dream job not being the dream job and how sad that was. It's almost like you love someone all your life, you wait for them to come back, and then finally they come back around to see you. Like maybe you guys have broken up or something, and they're professing their love to you, yet you have no feelings for them. You know, it's almost like, you know, it's like so bittersweet realizing that maybe the thing you wanted isn't what you wanted at all. So yeah, I didn't mean for this to be like super emotionally like ramped and all that junk, but that's what I was going through. This drawing, by the way, I made these 2 green bars. If you see, hold on, let me pull out my Apple Pencil. These 2 green bars you see right here, they have the names of my friend and I on it, so I just like blocked them out because I only like to use my YouTube name on here. But anyways, I made this drawing for my friend's birthday. It's like a loose, you know, textural, oh, I'm about to burp, textural little drawing of 2 ducks, and it had our names on it. And we always joke around about being like those random animal memes that you see, like on, hold on, ooh, the zoom in is so cute, when you see them on Twitter or Instagram or something, and it's like, this is us. Like, so I drew us in a field with some butterflies and some loose grass as ducks. We would probably be cats, but for some reason I liked the way the ducks looked so much more. So, yeah, I hope you guys liked this drawing. I hope that was, you know, an interesting video to watch, and if it helped, that's awesome too. But here's to persevering and keeping it up, guys, alright? So believe in yourself. I believe in you. I believe in myself, and we will get what we want, okay? So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and that's it.